I was laughing at this story gleefully while sipping on my delicious flavored seltzer water. And I started thinking, why do I find this story particularly funny? This is from the playlist. Jason Reitman says his version of Ghostbusters will hand the movie back to the fans. Well, there was a cue feminist outrage saying that it was misogyny and that, basically this guy hates women and he was pandering to racists and misogynists. And I laughed. I laughed because these people did the exact same thing in the other direction. When people got mad, so look, I think it's fair to point out there are a lot of people who get irrationally angry when they announce they're doing like a female reboot of Ghostbusters. I thought it was dumb. I went to see the movie anyway. It was dumb. I regret seeing the movie. Fool me once, shame on me. And then I went and saw Last Jedi. Fool me once, shame on you. I saw The Last Jedi. I can't remember which came out first. I think this came out first. And that was like, oh my God. I really wanted to walk out, but for the cultural, political reasons, I decided not to. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You ain't gonna fool me a third time. I'm not going to see Captain Marvel. I'm sorry. You guys go see it. I got no beef. But what made me laugh about this is, look, when they announced they were going to do an all-female reboot of Ghostbusters, there were a lot of people who were mad for one simple reason. They wanted Ghostbusters 3. They wanted the original characters to come back. They wanted that nostalgia. They didn't get it. Instead, they did a feminist version, which was, in many ways, it was insulting to men, right? They would denigrate men in the movie for the sake of women, which is silly. Excuse me, you don't need to do that. The Last Jedi, my God, Rey is a Mary Sue and then some, and the plot was just, woof, wow, Rose Tico. I got no beef for the actress. No, I don't blame I separate the art from the artist, but my God, was that an awful character? Why did she try to crash into Finn when Finn was saving? None of it made sense. God, it was terrible. Here's the thing, though. I was thinking to myself, is it hypocritical to laugh when the feminists are now upset that Ghostbusters is getting rebooted? And I thought maybe it is, because why mock them? Because they mocked the OG fanboys who were upset and laughed, and now the inverse is happening. But here's the thing: the OG fanboys didn't start it. The OG fanboys were sitting there minding their own business, begging for a Ghostbusters 3. It gets announced, and they go, "Yay!" And then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, but we're gonna do a reboot with new characters, and it's gonna be all women." And so then all of a sudden people are like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" Look, if you're upset because Ghostbusters became women, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong. Who cares if the Ghostbusters are women? But I'll tell you what does bother me about it. I don't care if the Ghostbusters are women. Actually, I will say this on the record. I hope that the next Ghostbusters, the sequel to Ghostbusters 2, still has an all-female Ghostbusters crew. Here's what I hope they don't do. Girl power feminism, denigrating men, and just overall putting politics above product. I will absolutely, when they announced that they were going to do Ghostbusters with women, I was like, oh, that's cool. Whatever. I really don't care. Right? The reason why I say it now is I'm somewhat being facetious, but the point is, I literally don't care, dude. If you have a dude, if you have a chick, I don't care if the Ghostbusters are fifth dimensional aliens with 3 heads. I really don't. Just make a good movie, make it funny, and don't pander politically. Put the product above the in fact, get the politics out of there. All right? I don't want the politics in there at all. Naturally, there's a backlash because Jason Reitman said his version is going to hand the movie back to the fans. And boy, are the feminists angry. And Jason Reitman had to issue a statement. He said, "Whoa, that came out wrong. I have nothing but admiration for Paul and Leslie and Kate and Melissa and Kristen and the bravery with which they made Ghostbusters 2016. They expanded the universe and made an amazing movie." No, they didn't. Stop lying. That movie was awful. Look, the movie was terrible, and it's Paul. How do you pronounce his name? Feig. It's Paul Feig's fault. It's not the women's fault. I have no beef against them. I actually really, really enjoy Kristen Wiig's work. I think she's fantastic. And the other woman, what's the other woman? Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon, I think, is pretty good too. Not a huge fan, but let me say this: Leslie Jones, really not familiar with her work. No beef. I think she's all right. Kristen, I don't know who's Kristen. Was I just talking about Kristen? Well, Kate. Oh yeah. Kristen Wiig. Duh. Man, I just ate. Whoa. Brain fart. But I like them. I think they're great. No, whatever. It's fine. But the movie was just overwhelmingly like, men are dumb. Now we're looking at Captain Marvel. And what is Captain Marvel? Okay. I'll tell you what was this. They have a trailer for Captain Marvel where you've got a guy, like you've got voices in the background where someone says, "You'll never last a week. This is not a game for little girls." And I was like, okay, chill out. I get it. This rhetoric has existed, and people kind of feel like, I know women have told me they felt that way too. But here's the thing. When I was younger, I was told certain things weren't for me either. Did I get a chip on my shoulder because of it? No, like I kid you not. The gymnastics program in my area didn't have anything for boys, and I wanted to do gymnastics. I later grew up to be a skateboarder. I've done parkour and some tumbling. I'm not super good at it, but I actually have videos of me doing, front flip, side tucks, all that good stuff, front tuck. And so I really wanted to do that when I was younger. I couldn't. I also wanted to do yoga. I was also told I couldn't do that either. I was actually explicitly disinvited from a high-profile yoga event for being a guy. Do I have a chip on my shoulder? No. Do I need a movie where it's like, this is not for men, this is only for girls? Like, no. But there's a narrative that persists. And I'm not trying to dismiss the view of those who are affected by that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying a good movie, like Wonder Woman, doesn't follow a weird politicized narrative. And I cite Wonder Woman and Black Panther is another really good example. And somebody commented on my live stream the other day saying, Tim, Black Panther is 6 out of 10 at best. No. Black Panther was a good Marvel movie. And the way they handled the politics was clever. It was very clever. They made T'Challa an ethno-nationalist. It's like, wow, do you want to root for this guy? But at the end, he changes his mind. I'm like, good job. But here's the thing. Did Chadwick Boseman go on a press tour about how white men were bad? Okay, that's a little hyperbolic. Did he go on a press tour where he said this was going to be a racial justice film, and they were doing it for the sake of racial justice? No. At least, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure he didn't. Did he go around saying he didn't want white men reviewing his film? I'm pretty sure he didn't. And what happened? I believe about $1.36 billion. Everyone on the social justice gravy train is going like, see, it works. And the regular fans are like, I don't care. The politics weren't that overt. It was just a good Marvel movie. Personally, I thought they did a really great job with ethno-nationalists versus ethno-globalists, because I'm like, both of these people are kind of crazy. And it was really funny how this is the Black Panther's country is a patriarchal system where women are not allowed to lead at all, and you become king through trial by combat. Like, it's not something you should be rooting for, but people did anyway because people are nuts. But I liked it. Captain Marvel looks like, in one of the trailers, it says her, Her, and then an A and an O appear, so it says a hero, and I went, oh geez. And it shows her falling down and standing up and like looking at the men like, I can do it. And it's like, okay, I don't know if the movie's going to be that way, but you're certainly marketing that way. I'm going to avoid it. But anyway, I'm rambling about other movies. We're talking about Ghostbusters. Basically, for those that aren't familiar, Reitman is going to be doing a new Ghostbusters. This image here is from the new trailer. And now it's a weird flippening. They say get broke, go woke. I don't think that's true. I think it's true sometimes. And that means it's not necessarily a rule. It's just there's some examples where getting woke works and it doesn't. Like Black Panther was actually, no, maybe get broke, go woke actually is true. Because think about it. Black Panther was a predominantly black cast. It's not the first black-led superhero film or anything like that. But they weren't really woke. They weren't shoving down our throats. The media was trying to do it. For sure, the media was trying to do it. But Chadwick Boseman was just kind of badass. He's like, he handled it really well. He's a good dude. The movie was pretty good. I don't think it was the best movie in the world, no, but it was a good Marvel movie. It did feel a little generic, but that twist, I really loved that twist with how they included the politics. They even had a quote where one guy says about Wakanda, you let the refugees come in, they bring problems with them. Not overly politicized. The media tried overly politicizing Wonder Woman, but here's the thing. Gal Gadot and Chadwick Boseman didn't go around talking shit about white people and bragging about feminism. Brie Larson is doing that. She has really soured this. So what ends up happening with Ghostbusters? Well, they did Ghostbusters 2016, and what did they do? They politicized it, and people didn't want to see it. Don't get me wrong, the movie was terrible. It was a just really awful movie, okay? So people didn't want to see it. It didn't make enough money. So what are they going to do? Well, they don't want to give up Ghostbusters. It's a huge, powerful brand. They wanted to launch a Ghostbusters universe with an East Coast and West Coast. Marvel Cinematic Universe has proven there's money to be made in cinematic universes. DC screwed up. Ghostbusters is now reverting to the original timeline. This means the get woke failed. They got woke. They went broke. And so now it's reverting back to where it was. We'll see what happens. But I'll say it again. I'll say one more thing. I want and encourage an all-female cast from the new Ghostbusters. I just want them to do it right. I have absolutely zero problem. In fact, it's not even neutrality. I would love to see Kristen Wiig and Kate McKinnon and others. Maybe you do it co-ed. Maybe you do Kate McKinnon, Kristen Wiig, and then you get two guys or something. That way everybody's happy, right? I think it would be great. Ultimately, I think it doesn't matter. I don't care the gender or the race of anyone involved. But I would say this, for the sake of making everybody happy, make a good Ghostbusters movie. Make something for the fans, like he's saying, respect the fans. Don't shove things down people's throats. Don't be mean. Don't be disrespectful. Don't say you don't want, white men involved. There's a way to positively do social justice and a way to negatively do it. And the way Brie Larson does it, the way they do with Ghostbusters is negative. They denigrated men. She talks poorly about white men. I get it. Don't be a dick, though, right? Look at Wonder Woman. Epic female lead-led movie. Not the first and not the last, but I thought Wonder Woman was really good. I really, really did. Because it was like a idealist versus a realist. It was a mother and like a motherly and a fatherly position from Chris Pine versus Gal Gadot. And they didn't beat me over the head. Gal Gadot didn't go around insulting people. It was a positive depiction of a female superhero movie. Not only that, but Wonder Woman is a very well-known character, an excellent character. I actually like the Justice League cartoons more. Like, I like the DC universe in a lot of ways more than the Marvel universe, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe is hands down better. I gotta say this though. Okay, this will be the last thing. Shazam. I am so excited for Shazam. This is going to be amazing. They better not screw this up because the trailers look awesome. Let me tell you, we're going to keep going. Let me tell you why Shazam looks like, okay, Shazam's name was Captain Marvel. We have 2 Captain Marvel movies coming out. The MCU one and the DC universe one. I don't even know if it's a universe anymore. Well, now it's called Shazam. Let me tell you exactly why Shazam is going to be a better movie. Well, hold on. It might not be. But let me tell you why the trailers are better. In I believe, the first trailer for Shazam, what happens? Billy Batson, Shazam says, I choose you, say my name, I'll give you my powers. And immediately you see Billy Batson stand up to defend his foster brother. Then, I believe Zachary Levi is the actor's name, shows up and he's like, it's me. And he's excited. There's personality, there's excitement. And then he's floss dancing because he's a kid and it's silly. He jumps in the air and then falls down. It shows him electrocuting people's phones and then what explodes, like, your phone's charged. It's hilarious. It showed his youthful exuberance. It showed the weird, like, grown, buff superhero man who was acting like an idiot. What did we get from Captain Marvel in the first 2 trailers? Stone-faced. Nothing. It looked bad. Okay? I'm looking forward to the real Captain Marvel. Now I'm done. I'll see you guys. I got one more video coming up in a few minutes. I'll see you then.